So Looney Tunes and cartoons back then in general just so racist.
They're super racist and crazy about sex, man. There's so much like sexual innuendo for children, though.
Really?
Hell yeah, dude.
Damn.
Like Pepe Le Pew was a rapist. Like he was a fucking molester, man. Like
so, I get what you mean.
he was Chester the molester, man.
Fuck me, what? Ruining my childhood here.
Think about it, man.
Yeah, but he shouldn't be canceled because he's French.
And the French people do that.
You know, the French are like one of the most sexually active cultures.
I wouldn't say
everybody has like multiple boyfriends and girlfriends. It's a normal thing.
Really?
I don't know if that's true, man. I think you're making generalizations.
I could be, but that's okay. Like from my understanding, they laugh at us for like being so. What would that word be like? Like having
monogamous.
Monogamous. There we go.
There you go. Monogamous. Well, actually, it's illegal to have multiple wives.
Yeah, but you can have more. It's not about marriage. It's about sexual partners.
So
tell that to the Mormons.
You know about them sister wives.
I had a Mormon actually reach out to me on Facebook like a week ago and try to preach to me the word of God.
Oh.
Is that how they're doing it these days? They're just friending you randomly and trying to, bring up chatting about God and stuff?
Did they ask for any gift cards?
Yeah, now that you mention it, iTunes gift cards, I think. No, I'm kidding.
What do you get when you take three crazy and opinionated real guys, real friends, butting heads over different issues? A night at a gay bathhouse, you say? Close. This is the Almost Tomorrow Show. From world events to crazy shit on the internet, and definitely reacting to Karens.
Could I speak to the manager, please?
It's loud and in your face, but we have fun. Welcome to the Almost Tomorrow Show. And here are your hosts, Jaime Flores, Mo Wadan, and Nathan Collins.
Dude, so you guys know that I went on a cruise here over last week for Thanksgiving.
How was your vacation, man?
It was great in a lot of ways. The traveling to and from was hell because it was leaving from Miami and we're in Cleveland, so just like getting there was just bullshit. Getting home was bullshit, but in between it was wonderful. We stopped at 4 different ports. We stopped at...
So, hold on, wait. Before we go there, where did you go on your trip? Like, what was the trip?
So this was around the Caribbean. It was a circuit between Honduras, Belize, and then 2 different ports in Mexico, and then back to Miami. And it was 7 days.
Do you need a passport for that?
Yes, you do. Funny story. When we were lining up in customs to board the ship, a guy showed his passport, and it had been expired.
Ooh.
So he traveled all the way from, Oklahoma, to get here, and had an expired passport, and they turned him away.
Damn.
The man was livid.
Damn,
So
but that's his fault, though.
He's trying to come back?
No.
He was trying
this
to go.
is when he was boarding.
Onboarding.
Yeah, they don't let you
boarding.
board unless you are good to go.
Good to go, yeah.
So his passport was out of date, and they're like, nope. Sorry. Nope.
Can you imagine? I would have been pissed, too.
Yeah, do you get a refund?
Nope.
Nope.
No refunds. They stipulate it. It is your responsibility. If you show up and you're not able to get on, shit out of luck.
But that's, you're going on this fucking trip. That's
Months in advance.
Yeah, that irritates me about some people going on trips and shit. I'm one that I like to just go. I don't want to be behind people or have to wait for all that.
Oh, God,
I'm prepared. Horrible. Be prepared.
The lines.
Especially with going through TSA and all that, and having to take everything out, take your shoes off.
So
it's a process.
Our first plane flight left Cleveland Airport at 5 a.m. So I didn't sleep that night at all. I basically just stayed up because I had to leave at 2:30 to drop my car off at my brother's, and then we carpooled there. And we had a connecting flight, and we ended up getting, to Miami and the port around like noon, something like that. And the COVID testing protocols were just absolutely bonkers, which is great. Everybody had to wear masks the entire time. You got tested right there with a rapid test. You had to show vaccination proof in order to even get on the ship. If you didn't have any vaccination proof, you weren't getting on. And if you tested positive there at the port, you weren't getting on. And you had to wait until the test cleared. But I got to say, that week was wonderful because nobody had to wear masks. Nobody had to social distance or anything because we all knew that we were clean. There was no COVID aboard this ship.
You knew you were clean getting on the ship.
Yeah.
Because you don't know, somebody could get it on the flight there, and it might take a couple of days for it to.
That's true.
Go through.
But the likelihood was much less, and it was just like.
That's awesome, though, to be able to just have a normal vacation.
You don't really realize it because this is now the normal that we all live in, where you're just kind of like constantly aware that there's COVID around, and it's become kind of a fact of life. But to not have to have that in the back of your mind all the time was just unexpectedly freeing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so awesome.
Mo, you got something? I was like, it's all a fucking conspiracy. There's no COVID.
No, it's just it's.
They got an agenda.
It's so stupid. It's so stupid to me. It's just like, oh yeah, because I got tested and I was negative and I'm fully vaccinated that I didn't have to wear a mask anymore. Like, okay, does that mean does that mean that hasn't been no cases on the ship at all?
Right, 0. If there were any, we would all have to quarantine. It sucks. And actually,
see, the system works, man.
If they found out that you had COVID on the ship, they would put you off at a port and leave you.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
I remember when you told me that when you were getting ready to leave, and I was like, damn, if by chance you go to Honduras and you get that shit.
I would not want to be left in Honduras. I would be afraid.
Hell yeah. Like, you don't know, how the hell are you going to get home?
So, we landed in Boca Raton as our port in Honduras. And they said that, Boca Raton was pretty low in crime because of the tourist industry and everything. And they're pretty well off. But the poverty was just so startling. It was everywhere. They had one Wendy's on the island. And they were very excited about it. The tour guide was telling me about this Wendy's that had just been built. He's like, yeah, man, we got this Wendy's here. It's wonderful. You can get how do you call it? A chicken McNuggets. I'm like, no, well, close enough. Yeah, cool. So I took some pictures of the Wendy's.
You got pictures of the Wendy's?
I got pictures of the Wendy's in Honduras. It looks startlingly normal.
It looks like a normal Wendy's?
But they had one road that goes through the island. Just one, right? It's like their main road. And this sucker was under construction. So we sat in traffic for 45 minutes to get to our destination to do ziplining through the jungle. And, they were basically, repaving it. It was a huge thing. They were talking about how, like, their mayor is, like, super corrupt. He's a millionaire, and they basically pour millions of dollars into this project, but for like every million, only about half gets put towards the project. The rest gets pocketed in the politicians, and everybody knows it. And he was telling me this is an election week, and that the two people up for election into like different government seats were related to the driver. And so he's like, I'm not gonna vote because I don't want to vote for one and not the other.
They were both related to him.
One was like his uncle, the other was like his. His mother's nephew or something.
He's like, I don't want to be torn. Who'd you vote for?
Mother's nephew. Isn't that your cousin?
Yeah, that would be your cousin.
Jesus. Yep. But the guy was just great. He was a very cheery, chipper guy. He told me how he had like 2 girls and, had like for the year and a half there were no cruise ships because of COVID. They basically survived off rice, beans, and fish only.
Wow.
Until the cruise industry came back. But
so a lot of their income was tourism.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's how it is a lot when
it
comes to these things. They mask wherever the tourists are going to be, it looks really nice. When you go behind scenes, it's nothing but slums.
Yeah, it looks like any other shore port, like
Right.
Well,
Jersey.
It kind of looks like an amusement park.
It does,
Kind
yeah.
of, yeah.
You know, like kind of that fake facade that, you know.
Yeah, storefronts and stuff that they put up. Yeah.
The obvious, facade that they put up. But then, you get a couple of miles out. Like, here's some of the artwork on the buildings that they had painted. It was, like, real crisp and
Oh, yeah.
colorful. But when you get a couple miles out, like, all of that fades away. And, the people are living in shacks that don't have any windows, tin roofs, rusted and shit.
Yeah.
It shows a shack right up on the hill there. It was pretty, pretty typical.
It looks like it's like right outside that area, like it's fenced in behind it.
Pretty much. There were a couple of like, a couple of places like hotels that were really fancy, or a couple of homes that were made by like expatriates from America that had enough money. They just came there, built a really nice house that looked so out of place because everything else was so beat up.
It looks like houses in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
I was like, that's what I'm looking at. I'm like,
Kinda.
Puerto Rico, yeah.
There was a ship wreck in the harbor, like an old ship that had just kind of sunk there and rotted, and nobody ever took it out.
Costs too much money to do that.
Yeah, it cost too much money. Here's the shipwreck, and it's just sitting there.
Wow, this is decades old. It's not recent either.
Yeah, they had like more modern yachts for the tourists and such, but
Oh shit, yeah.
it's a big one. It just sank, and they just left it. So we went ziplining through the jungle, which was pretty cool, and then we
It's
went
like
snorkeling.
Spot to spot.
Yeah, there are like 9 different zip lines that you go, from one to the next, and it's like a course that you
Okay.
go through. And we saw some animals. I caught a snake. It was a little vine. It was this stringy vine snake. Never saw that kind before.
So how'd you know if it was poisonous or not? You just start petting it and shit. Oh, look at
Let's
this.
just say it was an educated guess.
Yeah. It's like,
There's a lot of cool stuff. So we managed to make it back on time to the ship. It was very close because of the traffic. But yeah, so that was Honduras there. Belize was also interesting too. It was easily 80, 90 degrees.
You said 80, 90 degrees?
Yeah, the entire time. It was just gorgeous.
damn, that
Damn.
sucks.
It's been fucking cold as shit.
It sucks to go
God.
there and then come back here. You're
It
like,
did.
"Oh."
And you came back and it was
It was
snowing.
snow. I was like, what the fuck?
Hey, the trip back, doesn't it always get you confused? Like, okay, so I'm going back to Cleveland. It's cold. It's snowing. Do I wear pants now or
I wore shorts the whole way.
the whole way? Right? That's what. That's,
You wore shorts on the plane?
On the
Coming
plane,
back?
and when I landed and when we got picked up, I was just wearing shorts in the snow.
That's it.
And that's it.
That's the way
Shorts,
to do it.
t-shirt, and
See,
a
no.
jacket.
That's.
What, you're gonna wear your pants and your jacket when you're in Florida?
I'm gonna wear my pants. I'm gonna put my pants on the air in the airport, getting ready to go.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Maybe.
hell yeah.
So I had erroneously
pants on.
thought that there was going to be laundry service on the ship.
Like for free? I'm sure they had, but you had to pay.
Oh, it was exorbitant. The costs. I spent
nobody wants
way
to-
too much money on this trip. Like they don't declare any of the costs; they just charge it to your room. So like there was a massage. There's a spa
Yeah.
on the ship, right? Yeah, and they offered massages. I was like, oh, okay, fine. That's usually around like $50 for an hour, $60, maybe $70, $80 because it's a nice ship.
Probably like $125.
It was $211 for 50 minutes.
Oh my god.
Plus tip.
That was including the automatic gratuity.
Oh, automatic.
And, they were...
How convenient.
Yeah, how very convenient.
I was like, so relaxed.
And it's
everything.
20%.
And then they hand you the bill, and you just see it, and your asshole puckers, and then, and they're like, well, you look a little stressed. You should come back. Schedule another massage.
Yeah, you
I
did
was
this
like,
to me.
right.
You touched me and then you made my butthole
And they're
pucker.
like, tell you what, we'll give you $50 off the next massage if you come back. And I'm like,
$150.
that's like more than a week worth of groceries. It's like 2 weeks right there.
But the sad thing is when they automatically take the tip in, are they giving it all to the person who's doing it?
Who knows?
You know?
I don't know. They probably making a cut of the actual massage and then whatever the tip is. So
Yeah, maybe.
You know, speaking of the workers, what nationality are they? Are they American?
Great question. No, there were no Americans. Most of them were from the Philippines.
Oh.
But there
didn't see
were
that
a number from South Africa, Sri Lanka, and a bunch of other nations, actually.
I heard some fucked up shit about like the crew on the ships. For one, they work for shit.
Yeah, that's what I would
money.
guess.
Oh,
if
yeah.
they're coming from these countries.
Yeah, and they exploit the shit out of them. They have to work like 12-hour shifts and shit. Like, there's only a handful of actual crew. So, like, you're working the entire time of the cruise. Like,
There were 1,500 different crew members on the ship. And, yeah, you're right. You're spot on with that. We were talking to a couple of them about, like, what their lives were like. And they sign up for 8-month contracts where they work every day of the week. No breaks, no days off for, 12 to 15-hour days, depending on what their station is. And then they get 2 months off to go home and whatever, and then they can sign up for another 8-month stint, And some of them have been doing it for 10 years.
2 months of the year? If they only get 2 months off and...
Well, you know what's really shit? Is that they have to quarantine anytime they cross country boundaries. So one of them said that he had to quarantine when he gets off the ship for 10 days. And then when he travels into the next country over to get to his home, he has to quarantine again. And then there's like a final quarantine. So he quarantines for 30 days just to stay home for a little bit, like a couple of weeks with his family.
At
before
his
he has to
own
come
expense, or is this like government funded?
I don't know. I didn't ask. I would assume probably at his own expense.
That would suck if it is at your own expense, because the
Oh,
money,
hell yeah.
the little money that you made,
You just spend it on quarantine.
that's it.
Well, speaking of quarantine, talking to this one woman in the gift shop, and she was talking about ship suicides.
Wow.
Yeah. Apparently, it's pretty prevalent amongst the crew.
All the crew.
Yeah, they'll especially when they were quarantined in Bay at the beginning of COVID, when all the cruise ships had to quarantine. They were quarantined for like an extra 30 days or something, and a lot of people ended up committing suicide because they still had to work during those days, and they still had to provide a cruise ship experience for the passengers without really getting any sort of break or amenities or anything like that. No internet.
Wow.
And a lot of them would just throw themselves overboard into the propellers.
Damn, how fucking depressing is that?
Absolutely.
That's fucking crazy.
Dude, oh my God. Well, I will never go on a cruise ship. Like,
What if it's not going anywhere?
fuck, I don't give a fuck.
What if it's literally just parked there in the dock?
No. Well, I mean, I will go on it. Like, I've been on, like, in Cleveland, we have a warship that is a museum. And I've been on that one where I've actually, gone on the ship and went to the museum and stuff. But as far as leaving the dock, the only boat I've been on is the Good Time, which is like a sea restaurant, I guess.
Party boat.
Party boat.
Party boat.
Party.
That's the only one I've been on, and I was like super duper drunk the whole time. So
Is that how we get you aboard?
man, oh my God, dude, I have thalassophobia, and that's it's a fear of the sea. And like, dude, I swear, and I'm not even religious. I'm just saying, I swear.
So the swear doesn't mean shit.
It don't mean shit. I'm just
Doesn't
saying.
mean shit.
I swear to God, I don't believe in God,
But
I swear to God.
I swear on everything, dude. Like, I swear on everything that in a past life, I was a warrior or some shit that died crossing the fucking ocean, dude. Something in the world, in aura, tells me, don't go on the fucking boat.
Oh, man. It was gorgeous out at sea. Nothing as far as the eye could see. If you fell
Jet
in
black.
there,
Yeah,
and you're just gone.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, absolutely
So-
abyss.
Tell me about your thalassophobia then. Like, Is it okay? Like, is it just the sea, or are we talking about like any large body of water, or
So
a
like
bathtub?
I go kayaking. You know, no, that's a fucking bathtub. I can take a shower.
What about a swimming pool?
I can go in a swimming pool.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not scared of big bodies of water. Like, how can I say? I'm scared of huge ass bodies of water.
What about like? Well, we live in Ohio. What about Lake Erie?
No, I go kayaking in Lake Erie. I'm not going like to fucking Canada. You know, I'm not going through the middle of the motherfucker. But I've gone.
Is it just the fear of oceans because there's like whales and sharks and shit?
There's a whole other planet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The unknown.
It's the unknown. It's the shit
Giant
that
squid.
lurks underneath. You know,
The Kraken.
we're
throw
not
it-
made for that.
If you throw Mo in there, he'd become an apex predator.
I would.
You bite sharks for the fucking fun of it.
Man,
No,
the guy.
that's one of my things that I don't have to worry about like drowning, right?
Because you're buoyant.
Because all I gotta do is just hold my breath and I'm floating. Like I just float. I love it. It's fucking awesome.
That's
Be
great.
fat and survive the ocean.
You know, you don't even. The only thing you'd have to worry about is like fresh drinking water. Because Mo, you could just live off your own body fat for like months.
Oh my
yes,
God.
that's the damn truth. I'm a survivor. You see this?
And you're
I'm a
insulated.
survivor.
You know, you could probably throw you in the water in Antarctica and you'd just be insulated and you'd
Oh
be
my
fine.
God, he's a fucking polar bear.
That's right.
Or maybe a seal.
Oh my God, a fucking walrus.
Damn. Now I'm fucking feeling the fucking hate over here. It's
It's all
supposed to
love.
be compliments and shit.
It's
and all
all
of a sudden
love.
it's like,
Walruses have a giant dick.
there we go. I appreciate that. Yes, I am a walrus.
Everything circles back to the dick.
Well,
I think it's because we're comfortable with our sexuality, but also
Dicks are funny.
it's funny. All right?
yeah, it's
We're
a
fucking-
cheap joke.
We're fucking
If you can't
children.
laugh at dick jokes, you're just too insecure.
Yeah.
Well, time for a break.
Yeah, let's get a break in. We haven't seen each other in about a week. Everything's been kind of
Yeah.
weird. We work together, so it's like I talk to his ass every day, so it's been kind of weird.
Aw.
Yeah. So,
we
and
go.
Mo, I fuck you. I see.
I missed you guys too. I thought about you, and I actually got you some souvenirs, so I will show
Oh
you.
shit, dildos!
Pocket pussies.
Hey, I said dildos. You said pocket pussy.
You're listening to the Almost Tomorrow Show. And now your hosts, Jaime Flores, Mo Wadan, and Nathan Collins.
Me and Mo have done so much weird shit together over
I mean, come on.
years.
You gotta admit, I swear, me and Jamie don't have normal lives.
We don't.
Probably not.
We don't have normal lives. There's so many. Like, we have that. We have the time where these grown-ass women were trying to take advantage of us, making us into, like, whores.
They
feel
wanted
like
us to be prostitutes.
They wanted
for
to pimp us out, and we reversed it on them.
I feel like everybody has a couple of opportunities to get in some really weird shit, and it's about whether or not you say yes.
Yeah, you're probably right. But we were like,
we didn't
we
care.
were down to like for like what? Because it was like so normal for us. Like, it was so weird that the shit.
Like our lives are so crazy in that we were so outgoing when we were younger that we took every opportunity to do crazy shit because at that time we were invincible. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Oh, you should have
Crazy how
seen
that
Jamie
changes.
invincible jumping into Lake Erie.
oh my God, I busted my lip open.
Hey,
It's
this is the
low
only
tide.
time. This is the only time his mom was like, she was on my ass. She was blaming me like 100%.
Mo, you
Like,
pushed
you're
him.
such a
We-
bad
I-
influence
I
on my
was like-
son.
I was like, what, 13, 14 years old? Something like that.
Okay.
You wanted to do the
remember those years.
Degeneration X. You were like on top of the thing, and then you were like, "Watch this." And
Well,
then
no.
he jumped.
No,
head
like
first.
at this point we probably jumped in like 15 times.
Yeah, but always feet first.
No,
Yeah?
I've always done flips into their back flips and stuff.
So how'd you fuck it up?
It was low tide for one.
Oh,
We
I
didn't
remember
fucking notice.
the thing that he was doing.
So growing up, we watched, everybody backyard wrestled and shit. We watched WWE and shit.
Right, yeah. Just what you do.
The Hardy Boys.
The
were
Hardy Boys,
the
that's
fucking
right, yeah.
shit, you know? Yeah, I fucking did Jeff's fucking moves, and I go to fucking Swanton bomb the water. And the water, usually, I would have already hit the water. Like, from where I knew, like, I was and I'm like, and I tried to correct myself, and I went straight down. Like, instead of curling and rolling over or my back would be on the water, my face went straight down.
Straight down. He comes back up. He
And
goes, oh, man. He goes, am I okay? Because it looked like a very little nosebleed. Very little, because it's just he just came back up.
Right. It was all washed off.
Dude,
So I'm like, he goes like this. Is there anything on my nose? And he goes like that. And his lip just moved over to the side. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, oh, man.
Dude, I fucking hit the ground. So I hit the water. I remember this, dude. I hit the water, boom, and it just felt like my face went like that to the ground. Like I didn't hit hard. It just felt like I hit the ground, and I was like, oh shit, I hit my nose. I was like, maybe I busted my nose or some shit. It didn't hurt. Man, I was like, did I hit my nose, man? And he looked at Mo, was like, I remember Mo's face. Oh my God. And I just remember looking into
literally was like,
I looked in the water and I saw my lip in the reflection of the water, and I'm like, oh fuck. And I just get out of the water and shit, and I run and I grab this fucking white towel. This is fucking white towel. This shit was,
no.
Dude, I wrapped my face up and I jet up the hill. And I took one of the bikes because we went there on pegs and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I fucking grabbed the bike and I was like, I got to get home.
all that blood pumping.
Yeah,
right
I
out
was
of your
like,
lip.
and it was at the bottom of the hill. So I had
What?
to go up a big
What happened
ass
with the
fucking
bike?
hill. Dude, so I get all the way up the hill on the lake. I'm on West Boulevard and I'm getting over to Detroit, and so there's a hill to go up to West Boulevard, and then there's another hill to get to Detroit. Dude, I'm pumping, right? So I get through the light. I'm getting up the hill. I'm going up the second hill, and as soon as I get to the top, the tire pops. So I'm like, fuck, and I see them coming up behind me.
Hey,
I throw the bike down, and I'm just fucking running. And Mo comes with his bike with the pegs, and I just jump on the back, and he drives me the rest of the way home.
Oh, man.
Dude, I get home, and I'm like, Ma, don't freak out, but we got to go to the hospital. She's like, what are you talking about? I pulled the fucking shit, and it's red. Like, this thing is soaked in blood. I've been running and pumping up the hill and shit the whole time. I'm fucking pale. Dude, I'm like, Mom, my lip is fucked. And I show her, because we told my mom that we were going to a batting cage that was down the street. Because we used to go all the time.
Yeah, I got scolded that day.
Yeah, my mom was so, what the fuck are you? Why are you at the lake? You know you were supposed to. Like, she, it was fucking frantic. But we went to the hospital. I remember I was up. They put these towels on my eyes and they stitched my shit up.
He looked like
Wow.
I look like
after a while, like for the healing process, he covered his shit and he looked like a belly dancer.
No, because my lip was so fat and
So he
stitched
covered
up.
it with a
I
rag
covered
or
it
something.
'cause-
Now we know why you have a mustache.
Well, for a long time, I didn't have a mustache and
No,
shit. Like
no.
that was,
Oh, yeah.
I chin strapped it up for like
I know. It was so weird.
my younger years.
Oh yeah, so
You had a chin strap not that long ago.
Yeah, what, like 2 years.
What's
ago?
that? What they call that? It's not the chin strap when you have the one line going across. What is that called? It's something gay, like.
You can't say that. You can't.
It is something.
Hey, I talked to my brother and I told him we say a lot of gay jokes. He says, "Yeah, man, ain't no gay people listening to your show anyway."
That may be true.
He was like, "Just go ahead and say." I'm like, "Man, there's a lot of things we say about gay people. Like, oh, that feels
We
so
do talk
gay."
about a lot of penises, though.
Yeah, we do talk a lot of penises.
Yeah, but
So,
I
I mean,
got the green light from a gay person in California. Okay. It's like-
Oh man, there should be a committee of like different ethnicities and minorities that can just sign off on certain things.
Say,
You
hey, can we
submit to it.
say that?
It's
Yeah,
like,
but
is this okay?
It's funny because my brother gave me the green light. He goes, "Yeah, man, gay people don't listen to podcasts like yours. They're like doing makeup and he started saying like the stereotypical like gay people shit. He's like, they're worried about dancing, going to the clubs, and getting drunk.
My brother
Getting-
might be gay.
I'm like, damn.
Your brother might be gay?
He's not gay, but he was spending on the cruise every night. He would, go dancing by himself And like he made friends with like these 50, 60-year-old men who were also dancing in the club until like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh man, you guys all should come dancing. They're buying me drinks and shit.
Yeah, they were trying to fuck your brother.
Oh,
the game was how many drinks until you come home with me.
I got mad at him because he was coming home at like 2 a.m. and I was asleep. He wake me up. I'm like, dude, just come home at a normal time. Like
I just got circle jerked
in the hot tub.
Bob is so cool. He gave me a massage. I was feeling really tired.
For free. I didn't have to pay $211 for a massage.
I took my wife for like her Mother's Day.
My wife and I.
I'd have to turn it down.
No,
if they
I took
offered
my
it,
wife to get a massage for like Mother's Day or something like that. It was a couple's massage. The one lady was fucking rubbing on my butt cheeks, man. And I was laughing. I was trying not.
That's some balls right there. Your wife is right next to you.
Dude, I don't know. I told her my lower back hurt, but
Wait,
she went really low.
Dude, she was straight up, because, I'm in draws and shit. She was straight up grabbing my ass, dude. Grabbing my fucking cheeks, man. The whole time I'm like, don't get hard, don't get hard.
Right?
I was like, shit.
It just happens.
I mean, it's not the fact that she was grabbing my butt cheeks. It was the fact that,
it was feeling good.
she was just
good.
grabbing my shit,
You gotta own it, man. Just like go with it.
But no, I told my wife as soon as it happened, I was like, man, I was trying not to get her hard on. She was like, oh, baby. You care.
You really do love me.
Yeah, you don't want to be like the fucking owners of the Clippers.
Yeah, well,
Oh, not the Clippers. Who was that? The owner of the Patriots.
You don't want to be a part of a sting operation.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You're like, oh, who's coming over here soliciting prostitution?
I mean, do they ever offer it, or do you just have to ask?
I don't know.
I don't know, but I don't want to find out because, like,
You'll be on the
normal
wrong
guy,
side.
if a woman's gonna, offer you a happy ending in that situation, I'd probably say 9 out of 10 times the guy's gonna be like, okay, fuck it,
Yeah, whatever.
and you say, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Sir, put your hands up. This is
What? That's entrapment.
The whole situation's an entrapment if you look at it. Like, you are a police officer at a fucking massage parlor. Like, what if I didn't say no? Are you going to continue with my massage?
And I got to tip you?
Right.
Motherfucker, you ain't got no license.
So
You
I
didn't go
just
to-
I just
Just
paid
the tip, though.
I just paid for a massage from somebody who's not a professional massage therapist.
That's true.
Okay. Was it good?
Probably not.
Probably not. Yeah, right.
They're not trained.
You can get them on Craigslist.
Yeah.
You gotta come out.
But I'm not going to spend 100 roses. Like, buying all those roses to pay for your massage, I'm cool. And hugs.
What?
What are you talking about?
You never see the fucking ads. They don't say cash, right? It's like, 30-minute massage. It's not $30 or $50. It'd be like 30-minute massage to an hour, 90 roses. But that's like code for like $90 or whatever.
It's so thinly veiled.
What? I've never seen that before.
It's always so like it could be anything.
I don't be on Craigslist,
It could be
though.
You're
like
not allowed to
anything.
solicit on Craigslist, so they have to kind of like,
mask
get around
it.
a little bit.
Yeah, so it'd be like,
It's blatantly obvious. 90 roses.
right.
Stupid.
90 little kisses. 90 little butterfly kisses.
Just give me 74 hugs.
You could probably just use that as grounds to not pay her.
Like, yeah, here's the hugs.
Yeah, until the fucking pimp comes.
Yeah.
Give her fucking hugs right now.
I'll give you some Hershey's
You
kisses.
start hugging her, and she was like, "No, motherfucker, dollars." Oh shit!
But there was no money
The
exchange.
only thing that keeps me warm at night is the cold hard cash.
Oh man, hey, what would happen? Let me ask you this: if you're looking for an escort, right, and you use the escort exactly what is intended for,
It happens all the time.
To escort you somewhere?
to escort you to go on a date,
It
right?
happens all the time.
Really?
Yeah, like, not everybody wants sex from these people, Sometimes they just want to go out on a date, have a conversation with somebody, not be lonely. You know, you hear stories on Reddit all the time of like escorts who form these relationships with certain clients because their wife died and they just want somebody to kind of like
I know.
I can see that.
Speculate,
So
but-
that would be 100% legal, right?
to go on a date. Yes, to pay
be-
them for sex. No.
So that's what makes escort services legal.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of a gray area. I feel, but yeah.
But like, are they really regulated? You know what I mean? Are they coming
know.
around being like, "Hey,
Have you guys ever
No
hired?
touching.
you touch that penis"?
Have you guys ever hired an escort or prostitute?
No,
No.
I've never needed to.
Well, whoa. You know, but maybe there's like a higher class of experience that you want that you're not gonna get from some random woman on the street. Maybe you want like a professional, kind of like you would do with a massage. You know, you don't want just some random woman to give you a massage. You want a professional.
So you're paying for
I
a
wouldn't.
friend,
Yeah, I guess.
right?
not-
Is that what
I'm
we're
not-
talking about? Or
I'm
we're
not
talking
paying
about
for a friend.
You're
Your
paying
brother
for
can pay
some
for a friend.
Company.
We'll just
brother.
get Dave to go dance with them all night.
They're all cops.
what is all
Cop
cops?
circle jerk too.
I know. Well, they were all in law enforcement. The people.
Oh,
they met.
that's like saying they're all priests. Like that doesn't give them.
I don't know. I mean, I just thought it was some interesting context.
It's usually the people within the power that abuse the power.
They
You
were there
know,
with
you
their
always-
wives too, but their wives weren't
They
the
were.
ones
They were
dancing.
straight up.
They were
They
undercover.
were straight up.
We're in the undercover, deep undercover.
They were deep undercover.
I wanted to go deep under the covers.
Yeah, with your brother.
This is getting a little weird.
It's all gonna come down to your brother was doing something with these cops.
Play some R. Kelly in the closet. Well,
Yeah.
I think that's our show today.
Yeah, let's wrap this shit up. Thanks everyone for listening. This is episode 6. We are having a blast doing this show for you guys. Please give us a rate and review. It helps us, reach other people to get them into the conversation.
Spread the word, guys. You guys are doing an awesome job. We're seeing the views consistently going up, and we thank you for that. Come join us with our journey on to taking over the internet.
Sure. Something like that. Yeah, I want to do that.
Honestly, come help us on our journey to get a fucking space heater for this garage.
It's fucking snowing here in Cleveland, guys.
All right.
You've been listening to the Almost Tomorrow Show with Jamie, Mo, and Nathan. 3 crazy sons of bitches raising hell. Hey, we hope you enjoyed the show. We know we had fun. We have to get some shut-eye, or we're going to be really hungover tomorrow. And until next time, you can hook up with us on social media. Find us on YouTube, Instagram, and on Facebook at The Almost Tomorrow Show. Till next time, don't let your meatloaf